towards the mirror and make sure that it's identical. You can go off the hairline, the temple, or even the eyebrows, depending on how far you go. So you want to make sure that that partition is all the same.
And actually, doing the sectioning might take longer than the actual haircut.
Yeah.
You want to get it right, because you only have one time to get it right. All right, so now I'm going to come back and get the 4 again. Grab this section, start down, and C-stroke out.
And I know a lot of the stylists, you have a habit of just using your shears, which is not a problem, but right now him avoiding using the shears and going directly into his clipper helped him eliminate one step, which makes him a lot more efficient. But one thing about his efficiency is also his clipper choice. Right now he's using a wireless clipper. Everything cordless has a rotary motor in it. So rotary motor clippers will cut through all textures of hair, no matter if it's damp or if it already has product in it, or if he just came out of the shampoo bowl. If you're using a magnetic corded clipper, chances are that much hair might clog your clipper or stop that blade. So you want to check and see which clipper and motor type you're using to make that step a whole lot easier. But everything cordless now is rotary, so just remember that.
The right clipper for the right job.
Absolutely.
I don't know about anybody else, but I've definitely got in there with the wrong clipper, too much hair.
It's too much work, it's frustration for the client, it's a sound that's a little annoying, and it becomes a question mark to him. It's like, what are you doing? Do you know what you're doing? You want to be able to go into this very confident and comfortable, so little things like that can possibly ruin the consultation or even make the client nervous. So we don't want to do that, especially since he hasn't got a haircut in 2 years. You want him to look good and feel good once he gets out of the chair, by all means necessary.
Now I'm just about done with this side. I'm going to line it up again, just like I did before, only on this side of the partition line. That nice curve there is going to help sell it as business in the front. Although after this, I think we are going to have party in the front, party in the back. Danny's going to style the Euro mullet. Is there any questions so far on what we've done at this point?
Yeah, feel free to give us a shot. Anybody have any questions? We're pretty much partially done with the fading with this one model. We're gonna blend a little bit from the crown into the hair, but now we're gonna figure out exactly how low we're gonna go, which style we're gonna go with, and what product is gonna be the best to go with that specific style.
Danny, who did your lineup?
Who did my lineup? Skills just did it right before the video. I heard it was an 80s theme, so we were gonna come out of here with Adidas suits and big gold chains and Kangol hats, but we wanted to wear our GIBS shirt because this is exactly what our winners are gonna get, so we want to show you what we're gonna get. And I haven't got a part in quite some time, so it felt pretty cool. So big shout out to my man Skills for hooking me up. I did the beard though.
He did the beard. No one touches his beard.
Yeah.
All right, so now.
Danny, this is Stacia here. I will definitely be feeding you questions as they come in, but everybody just loves it, so keep on rolling.
Awesome.
Oh, awesome. Hey, Stacia, how you been? All right. So
Fantastic.
now I'm going to take the clipper and just really just debolt this.
See, I was using a rotary motor clipper, it's getting right through that. I call these my mechanical shears. Fast, easy, effective, guys. You want to grab the proper tool to make your life a lot easier and execute the haircut the way needed. This is something that can be done 15, 20 minutes with the style. Very easy, very fast. And this is someone that hasn't got a haircut in quite some time. So if you already have the mold done, which our next model that we're going to use, we gave him a mullet about a week and a half ago to 2 weeks ago. So all I really have to do is fine tune it. And I'm going to show you 2 different styles on that haircut as well, once I do a little more texture in the crown.
All right, now it's time to blend the top, the sides. Just going to give them first a normal trim on top. Sectioning it. You can see when I did that, it made it at a hard angle here, so I'm going to just kind of take that angle away.
It's almost like cross-check.
And then, again, put my shears down. Use my clippers to do that also. Very efficient, very fast. Should we just hold those?
Gotcha.
Not at my normal station, so. Thank you. I'm gonna comb this down. Grab my cutting comb, my clipper comb. Blend it in.
Now Skills is just doing some clipper overcomb with no guard on it.
Just to blend that bulky top to the sides. Never going past that back ear line.
As you see, he left weight in the parietal ridge when he began the haircut using that number 4 and utilizing its C-stroke. He left the weight there coming over. So now, if you feel more comfortable going back with your shears and doing some shear work, you can do that as well. But right now, he's showing you can also use your mechanical shears with some clipper over comb to build that transition.
Now I'm just going to cross-check the other way. Make sure we're nice and even. Yes, I know I cut past my second knuckle. It's not a good habit, but I think I just learned bad habits, and it's sometimes hard to get rid of those.
It's all right to break rules sometimes.
So for the most part, I would say we're done.
Okay.
If you wanted to trim the back, you totally could. I think you might need to even out.
Yeah, I think we're gonna even them out a little bit. It's been a little while. When's the last time you even trimmed your ends?
2 years.
Exactly. So we're gonna trim them up a little bit too. So, real quick, real effective. As you see, his hair's a lot longer. We have the lovely wet brush. You wanna wet it?
We could get down here.
Yeah. So as we all see the unevenness that we have here, so I'm going to show you a very simple, easy, and effective way of doing this. I'm also going to use a cordless clipper, but on this cordless clipper, I'm actually using a fade blade. The fade blade's filed down, so it's fine-tuned, and it's about a 5-0, so it's a lot sharper. So whenever I'm sculpting beards, I'm normally using this because it's easier and more effective. If you use a regular blade, you might have to tap it more than one time. So we want to be as efficient as possible. So I want to be able to do this accurately and as fast as possible without taking too many steps. So all I'm going to do is figure out where I want to stop it, and I really want it to go till about there. So I'm going to take that much off. So starting from the corner, see that? Just as sharp as you were using your shears, and I'm putting it directly on him. So I'm using him as the guide.
It's all about efficiency. The right tool for the right job. I know I definitely couldn't have done that with my shears that fast.
Absolutely not. So this way, it's nice, trimmed. We got rid of all those ends. Now all we really got to do is style them.
Yeah, I'm ready for the style.
So what is your product of choice, Skills, that you're planning on using on this great model?
Well, for me, you know, styling hair is kind of like going out on a Saturday night. I really enjoy a cocktail, or maybe 2. So I'm not going to use just one product. I'm going to use 3 actually. I'm going to use our Hitman Texturizing Spray first.
Now the key to cocktailing products is actually introducing the client to more than one product. There's different strokes for different folks, and not everyone wants to wear their hair the same way, but a lot of men don't even know what the heck to use in their hair. They're using color shampoo in their hair, and they don't even have color in their hair. They're using whatever the heck's in the bathroom, so you, as the stylist, you're also the educator. You have to take this time to educate them on why you're using that product, why it benefits them. And this way, if you're using more than one, when they leave, they're guaranteed gonna buy at least one, but now you put 3 of them on their mind. They might leave with 2, and then their next service, when they come back, they're gonna say, hey, what was that 3rd one you used? Because I have the first 2, but I don't have that last one. And this is how you turn a $25, $30 service to a $70, $80 service.
And one of my favorite things about Hitman is it's really great for the client that doesn't ever use product and says he doesn't have time for it. Because right out of the shower, if he just sprays it on, which takes 2 seconds, and then brushes his hair like normal, it's gonna have a little bit of a hole the whole day.
And it also has keratin in it, so the keratin is protein for his hair. With the hops and holy basil, it keeps his scalp hydrated, and it also helps with the styling. So if he doesn't want to use too much product, I highly recommend using the Hitman. But you can also use product with the Hitman after, and we'll get into that after this model.
So after I sprayed it in there, now I'm going to blow dry it. I'm going to use the GIBS wet brush at first to get a little back combing action.
Now, are you on cold air or hot air?
I'm on warm air.
Okay.
I don't like to use all the way hot because I don't want to burn the hair. And now that I have it brushed in, now I'm just going to kind of rough dry it with my hands. Just really getting it really dry, because the next product I'm going to put in there is our Tactical Texture. And the key to getting a good look with the Tactical Texture of that matte look is you're putting it in dry hair. If you have a client that uses it and tells you like, I don't know why, but it always leaves my hair looking wet, it's not giving me that matte look, it's definitely because they're not putting it in dry hair.
Yeah. Highly recommend whenever looking for a proper style, especially if you're looking for volume and texture, dry the hair out. Even if you're not adding the Hitman to it first, if you're taking them out of the shampoo bowl and you gave him a full haircut, dry the hair out, and you can manually apply product to his hair, and you'll get volume, you'll get texture, you'll get everything, because the water isn't weighing it down. Water tends to weigh the hair down and it makes it heavy. So if you add product to wet, heavy hair, it makes it heavier, and you're just not going to get the acquired look that you're really looking for.
Now that I have some volume in there, and I like to think about it kind of like when I'm making scrambled eggs, you know, or egg whites. The more you beat it, the more you whip it, the more air you put in there, the fluffier it gets, the more volume it gets. It's the exact same thing with hair. No, I'm always talking about food. So I'm going to use just a little bit to start off with, because you could always add more. If you get too much in there, the only way to get it out of there is to wash your hair again. So I'm going to really emulsify it in my hands and really get it in there. And I'm going to activate these fibers, that little clap action, get it going. It's not necessary, but it's always fun to do. I'm not gonna put it in there too strong because his hair is very thick and heavy, and too much product would weigh it down. So I'm just kind of putting it in there with my fingers.
And as you see, Skills showed exactly how much to apply, and that's something we have to take the time to show our clients. Like, listen, this is how much you have to apply at home, because these are products they're going to take home with them so they can style their hair throughout the week, something that you taught them, something you showed them. This is your moving billboard throughout the week, throughout the month, so you want them to look and feel just as good, not just that one day. So take the time to show them how much to use, how to apply it, and how to style it so they can walk around looking like this.
And after I got it in there, I realized I needed a little bit more. So I'm just gonna, again, put it on there. All right, now we're cooking with gas. Now that isn't the end of my cocktail. I'm gonna use one more product.
Oh, you like cocktails.
Oh yeah,
Plural.
oh yeah. I like mine with vodka, cranberry, and 2 limes.
There you go.
So today, we're doing Hitman, Tactical Texture, and Brawler. Or Brawler.
There you go.
It's our bantamweight hairspray. Now, that confused me for a long time, because it's such a strong hold. So I was confused. I'm like, bantamweight is kind of a lower weight class. So I didn't, Chev actually explained it to me. It's because it's so light in your hair, it doesn't weigh your hair down, but it has a strong hold.
Yes.
which I did not know. So if anyone's curious of why it's called bantamweight, bantamweight is not the hold, it's how heavy it is in your hair. I always like to cover the face and just a couple squirts. Now earlier, Danny was asking me about the hair dryer, if I had it on hot or cold. Well, now I'm gonna put it on cold, because when you put the cold air on the hairspray, it's really gonna lock it in place.
That's looking good.
Now he's ready for a night on the town.
I like that.
I don't know if he's single, but he's not gonna be after today. Look at that. Let's give you a spin
A
around.
little spin.
Is sick, Skills.
Woo! Making me jealous over here.
That's mean. Now, one last thing that I'm gonna recommend to the client, because a lot of times men have a habit of only styling the front, right? Their hair looks great in the front, but they have a cowlick in the back with a spike, or they just apply too much product in the front, none of it in the back, or they just forget. Where his front looks great, but he also has very long hair in the back. So you wanna try to keep this hydrated and healthy. I don't wanna put any gel, I don't wanna have any hold. So what am I gonna go with? Con-Man, guys. We all love Con-Man, ladies love Con-Man, men love Con-Man. We love to use it in beards. I'm gonna use it in my next model and show you how to style with it. But right now, what I'm gonna recommend for him, since we trimmed his ends and now his hair is a lot healthier, the style looks amazing, haircut looks good, but I don't want the back of his hair to look dead. I don't want it to look unhealthy. Yes, we have business in the front, party in the back, but the party gotta be hydrated. So very simple, I'm gonna grab a small little spoon. Now I can apply it to my hands.
And also, I'd like to challenge some people out there. Winter is coming, you know, and I get real dry hands. I challenge, if you have dry hands when you're working, if you use Con-Man in like just 2 customers a day, tell me your hands won't be a lot softer. Because that, even after you wash it, you still feel how soft your hands are after using the Con-Man. You notice that, Danny?
Absolutely. And the key is right now, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get it in his ends. I just trimmed it, so you want to be able to keep them hydrated. Now he doesn't have the discoloring. If you noticed before when his hair was longer, his ends look like a completely different color than the top because it wasn't as healthy. Now he has a shine to it, his hair's hydrated, and it smells good. So if someone walks up to him and is like, wow, you got a nice mullet, and it smells pretty darn good, those are the compliments that you want. You see the smile on his face? Look, he's already smiling. You guys can see I had to spin the chair. So guys, this is a great look right here. So for all my how-to guys, I hope you guys got through this. I hope that step-by-step was very easy. So once again, at the end of this, you can finish, you have time to maximize your style, maximize the look. There's no rush for it. So once you're done, take a picture of your model. We're gonna need your social media handle. We're gonna need your full name, we're gonna need your store number, and we also need your store address. You're gonna email this to social@gibsgrooming.com. Once again, social, SOCIAL @gibsgrooming.com. Full name, Instagram, store number, and store address. The top 6 are gonna win a lovely Gibbs Mechanic shirt. So guys, may the best winner win, but take your time, there's no rush, but by that time, you're gonna learn how to be a lot more efficient, so when this model walks back into your stores, you're gonna be effective, and you're gonna be able to give a quality haircut and service, and also some great product knowledge. And I hope you guys remember the 4 products that we used. I would love to ask you guys a question for it, but if you guys were in the crowd, I'd be able to throw you some free stuff. So I'm gonna run it down. We had, what did we have? The Hitman, the TNT,
Tactical Texture.
then we used some Brawler, and last but far from least, we used some Con-Man in the back. And here we go, guys. We have a great looking mullet. Hope you guys like this, and give a great round of applause for our awesome model, be a great model. Once we got the picture initially and we saw how much hair he had, first thing Skills said is, he's ready to cut it off? And he said, I sure am. So thank you for being a great model, man. Great sport.